Alright, so here we are, we're out here in the shop. Today we are working on, where is it? Right there. The Mercury 250 Pro XS. We're going to change the oil today, 100 hours. The boat's trashed, as you can see. I got crap everywhere. It's beat up. But so I got to clean up this. But today I have to change the oil. I'm over 100 hours now. I got an event coming up in a couple weeks. I just got back from the James River, then I went to Smith Lake, then Gunnersville. So this thing has been running and it's time to change the oil. So today I've been looking on YouTube to try and find some videos on how to do it, and they're really fast. So I kind of want to take you guys through it, what you need, and we're going to change the oil on the new motor. So I'm going to show you guys here real quick what we need to use, or what I got to use, and we'll go from there. Alright, so first things first, here you have, I got a jug to put my oil in. I'm actually going to drain it into that, which is cool, as long as you have that little hose right there. It actually hooks up on the motor. You can drain it right in there. I don't get oil everywhere in the garage. I had to get quarts. The guy I buy my oil from, unfortunately didn't have the gallons, so I had to buy quarts, but that's what I use right there. 4-stroke marine engine oil, 10W30. Boom. Also got the 100-hour maintenance kit, and this comes all kinds of stuff. There's the filter, of course, you need that. So, oh, that's Spanish. Let's see if we can get English. Ho ho, right there. 4-stroke outboard oil filter. So there's that. Simple. Need that. And then this is, I can get it out of here. Pulled it out again. The fuel filter, water separating. So this is cool. We're going to change that out too. The guy I bought this from explained to me how to do that. So again, this is just a kit. As you can see right there, 100-hour maintenance kit, 4-stroke V8. That's me. And then gear lube, I'm going to change that too. He did not have the Mercury gear lube, so I just went and bought the Quicksilver with the pump, and I'll do that. So first we're going to do the actual engine oil, and then after that I'm going to do the lower unit. So I'm just going to kind of do it separate so you guys can get a better understanding of it. But first we have to take the cowling off. Alright, so since we're doing this in the garage, I had to trim the motor up in order to pull the cowling off. Really cool. There's a trap door on here. You just push it, and then boom, that opens up. This handle comes off, or pops up, and we just pull the cowling out. So, without breaking all my rods, that's how you do that. There's all your oil stuff right there. So, yeah, now we got the cowling off. Now we're going to trim it down, drain the oil, do all that. I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so right here is where the oil is going to drain out of, right there. Let's see, here I have a 5/8 socket, long socket, fits right on there. We're going to back it off just a hair, not too much because we don't want the oil to come out. So we're going to loosen it up just to kind of break it there a little bit. So now I can loosen it with a thumb. Got my oil container here and my clear hose. So I'm going to hook the clear hose up to the fitting here. And you don't have to use this hose, but it's just going to make it a little easier, possibly, if you don't want oil everywhere in your garage. Alright, so since I'm doing it by myself, I found me some Gatorade that I rested my jug on. And we're going to loosen this and hopefully not make a mess. There it goes. It's coming out. Alright, so I just pulled the hose off, just got done. I wiped it up a little bit, so just make sure you wipe up this area, make sure it's all, and I tighten it back with my hand. And now I'm about to get the same socket and just snug it up. So, there we go. Don't tighten it too hard or you will break it, and then you're in trouble. So, just make sure it's wiped off real nice and looks good. Alright, so I took the yellow cap off right there, which is right here. Hooked the hose up to it. I got a little cup here. I'm going to put it in a cup and then pour it in that container. So now I'm going to loosen the oil filter. There's some oil. There's a little pan down there. It's pretty cool. It catches all the oil and like goes right in there. So that's pretty cool. The little pan right here. I kind of freaked out a little bit. That was my bad. But I opened it. So it's a little tip for you guys because this is the first time I've done this. So there's a little pan built in the motor here that I did not know about. And all the oil just that was in the filter went into the pan and is now draining into this. So that's pretty cool. It scared me though. I thought I just dripped a ton of oil down in my motor. So, but now it's coming out. So we are good. Alright, so I put the plug back in, wipe that all off, make sure it's in good. And there is where the oil filter goes. That's that pan I was talking about right there, which is pretty cool. So now we're going to wipe this all off, make sure everything's clean, and then we will put the oil filter on and start pumping it with new oil. Or actually, first we got to go do that water separator thing. We'll go do that. Then we'll come back and do this. So that's that. Alright, so here's the fuel filter, the water separator, and on the motor, it is right here. I don't know if the lighting's not really good, but right there. There's 3 plugs. There's one there, one back there, and one right below that I got to get to. This might be a little bit of a challenge because as you can see, my freaking hands are huge. So we're gonna figure that out. But that's just to give you guys an idea of where that's at. There's the ultra low emission sticker on the Mercury. It's right above that on the counting when you take the counting off. So just remember that. Okay, there's the part. I got it out. Like I said, it goes right in there. I'm not like all you other guys that don't read directions. There's the directions right there. Comes in the box with the kit. So make sure you get that. Here's the old one. Set that there, and now we're going to put on the new one. So there's the brand new one. Came out of the box. Right there, like I said, directions were in it. Very, very easy, actually. I thought it was going to be pretty hard. It's super easy. So far, everything has been really easy. So, which is awesome because I don't like when things are very difficult. I don't like working on this type of stuff. I work on my truck and stuff all the time, but I've never worked on really an outboard or had to change the oil because we've always ran 2 strokes. But this has been really easy. So Mercury has like killed it on like being able to do your own maintenance at home and stuff. But got all kinds of cool stuff here on the back. This actually goes on the back here on the motor. So when you pull the cowling off, it's sitting right there. So it tells you a lot of stuff. So yeah, so far everything's been real easy. We're going to put this part on and then get to the oil filter and start putting new oil in it. Alright, so there you have it. The new one is in. Very simple. Like I said, there's one wire down below. There's the 2 red clips. You take that part out. Well, to get it out, you got to twist it. It like locks in. There's like a little twist lock in there. And so that's on there. We're good to go. Now we got to do the oil filter and start filling this thing up with some oil. There it is. I'll show you guys this real quick so you know what to get. Yep, there you go. Hopefully y'all got it. Gonna put a little oil around the seals and then around the seal, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, so we're gonna put the oil filter back on. And right there it is. I'm just gonna screw it on there. I'm gonna make sure it's on there straight. You don't want to mess up the threads or anything. Once it's on there, you can just screw it on there and tighten around. Alright, so real quick we're going to go through, now we're going to put oil in this thing. Here's your dipstick right here. So we're going to pull it out and check it. Make sure I got all the oil out of there. Wipe it off. Whatever we need to do. This thing's like super long. It's like a snake. So make sure to wipe it off. There's no oil on it at all. So that means I got all the oil out. All the old nasty oil is gone. I'm going to be putting new stuff in. Alright, so this is our last quart. It took 7 of them, so this is 7 right here. Pour this last quart in there and then we're done with this. Like I said, super easy. If you're one of those guys that don't like to do this, then don't worry about it. If you don't like to work on motors or do anything that involves like stuff like this, then I understand you don't have to do it, but I'm just showing you guys it's very easy to do. Mercury has made this motor super easy to do maintenance on, scheduled maintenance. So just like your car, you got to do oil change every so often. Same thing with this thing. So and we run these things, so they go through a lot. So to do this is actually really good for it. Pull that out. And I know where to put it. Set it right here. And we're going to set this here. Put my cap back on. There it is, the little yellow cap. Pretty simple, just screws right on there and locks. You just turn it like one time and it locks right in. So boom. There you go. Pull their dipstick out. Make sure the oil's all the way up to the top. It is. We're good. Got good clean oil in there. So now we are good to go. Alright, so again, here is the top of the motor where I just put all the oil in. So it tells you what to use right there if you're wondering. It also shows you the dipstick right here. So how much to put in, where you're full, if you need more. Tells you how much it takes. So that's it, man. There's your dipstick. There's where you pour the oil in. And very, very simple. So that's it. Now we're going to go to the lower unit oil and change that out, and we'll go from there. We're going to change the lower unit oil on this thing. So another very simple thing to do to these motors. All you need is a prop wrench, and then we'll go from there. So first we're going to take the prop off, and then we're going to take out 2 screws back here, drain everything, pump new oil in, and we'll be ready to go. So use a block on here if you want. I kind of do it the dumb way, I guess. I just hold it and hope it doesn't come back and cut me. So you gotta be careful with that. But I just back it off and take this prop off. Sorry if that was a little loud. But now I'm going to back it off with my finger. And there's washers on here. What I recommend is when you take the washers off, along with the bolt, here's the bolt right there that holds it on. I'll put everything, I'll take the washers off and I'll put them back on the same way. So I pull them off, there's the washers. That's how they were. I'm actually going to set them on the ground just the way that they were. That way I know when I go to put the prop back on, everything goes back on the same way it was on there. So pull this off. And I'll show you guys what we have to do here to the lower unit. Alright, so real quick, here we are. We're back here at the motor. There's 2 screws. They're flat heads, or this is a 10mm socket that I'm going to use. And I'm going to pop out the bottom one first. So the way this works is the bottom one is the drain, and the top one is where the air, it lets the air come out to where it'll drain. So I'm going to pop the bottom one out first. Alright, so we're still sitting here letting this oil drain out of here, as you can see. Doing a little cleaning up while we're sitting here. Got me some Starbright Extreme Clean, and I clean my bolts that go in there. You got to make sure these things are clean. And also, big deal is making sure, of course there's a garbage truck going by right now. You want to make sure that these little seals that come on these bolts, so when you pull it out, they're going to have some seals on them. There's going to be 2 seals, one on each bolt. You want to make sure that they don't stick on the onto the thread. I have one stuck on there right now, and you want to get these off, and that kit actually comes with them. So, and I'll go over the kit again before we close the video here, and I'll show you what I got. But the kit actually comes with brand new seals, so those are the ones we want. Those are old, we don't want those. I'm going to use a little flathead screwdriver and take that seal off of there, put the new ones on, and then we'll be good. But as you can see, it's still draining. It's old, nasty black oil. So I'm glad we're doing this. We're getting that nasty oil out of there. We're gonna have some new stuff in there and run like a champ. So there you have it for the seals. And they come in this kit right here. So you can go to your dealer. You might be able to find them at other stores, Academy, Bass Pro. I don't know if they carry them or not, but that's what you need right there. So, and that comes with the oil filter, which we already did. The low pressure fuel filter. That's that water thing I was talking about. And then the gear case drain seals, which are these yellow things here. So that all comes in this one kit. And then I also went and bought the gear lube along with the pump here. This is Quicksilver. Where I buy my stuff, the guy didn't have Mercury, so I just bought Quicksilver, which is it's recommended by Mercury Marine, so you can use it. Totally safe, totally good on this motor. It's all good. And we're gonna put some new gear lube in here, and you're gonna be amazed. This stuff is like pitch black. I mean, I know you can see it. It's disgusting. It actually doesn't smell really good. It smells nasty, but this stuff's really clean. So you're gonna notice a huge difference from what we're putting out, or what we're taking out and putting in. So I'm gonna take this rubber seal out of here. Got a little flat. There it is, right there. Got a little knife here. I just took that seal off of there. So make sure you get those off, because like I said, if you don't, or you don't see them on there and you go to put the new one on, you're gonna have issues, and you don't want this to get water in it. You want to make sure that this is really clean. So it's about done, if not done. It's pretty much there. So I'm gonna wipe it off. Stuff's gross. Check this color out. It's blue, so it's like not black. It's blue. So yeah, that just goes to show you how nasty this freaking oil is. It's disgusting. I'll wipe it off real good again. Alright, so remember, I put no screws in there. This bottom one is threaded, so we're going to actually screw this in the bottom. You could do it like here. I'm just threading it on there. Thread it on. Thread it on. Should be on there now. Alright, and now we're just going to pump it. Pump it until it comes out of this hole. So there's two holes there, like I said. I put it in the bottom hole. So you got one that's on the bottom and one just a little bit up from it. Put the screw in, or screw the gear lube into the bottom one until, pump it until it comes out the top. So we're going to pump it in now. There it is. It's coming out. We're going to put in our bolt now. Thread it on there. We should get it straight. That is good. We can now tighten it up, and then we'll be good. There we go. Tighten that up. Just like that. Sweet. And there you go. Got new gear lube in the bottom. All cleaned up. I gotta clean up this freaking mess that I made and put it all back together, and then we're good to go. Good stuff.